Okay, welcome to the shop. Today we are going to be testing some different mufflers out. Try to get a quieter sound out of this 240SX. It's got a BRM exhaust, cat back. It's got, walk around front here, Tomei Extreme turbo manifold on it with a GT28 RS turbo. 3-inch downpipe, and then going back to a 2.5-inch exhaust. So we are in a 36 by 36 shop. It is full of shop-like stuff. The bay door is open. The other door is closed. It is dusk. And we're going to get some sound clips here and compare these 4 different quiet mufflers and see what's quiet, because marketing honestly really sucks, and they all say it's going to give you that sound you want. So we'll see what's best and what I think is going to work out for me. All right. Okay, so up first is the baseline run. Cold start with the 240 jacked up in the air, so I can kind of get to the muffler a little bit easier for some quicker change outs. The device I'm going to use is Decibel X. It's a app on the phone. And it is about 6 feet away from the muffler. So again, shop door open, no insulation in this building, so it's definitely going to be louder than you would normally get from this setup, but we're going to go with it. Roughly 1,000 RPM, slightly warmed up off the bottom of the needle there. Alright, so now that we got our baseline, we're going to go ahead and cut this muffler off, see what it sounds like with no muffler at all, and then while it's still up in the air, we're going to attach these other mufflers and get some sound signatures for those as well. Okay, so we got that muffler off, the MagnaFlow from the BRM. It's pretty quick, came out pretty clean. And then just looking through it, it appears to be pretty standard straight through style muffler, perforated tube, probably a glass pack or something. Flows great, I'm sure, but like I said, pretty darn loud. I'm foregoing the open pipe test tonight due to neighbors and such. So first up, we got the Jones exhaust, full bore quiet tone. So don't have any hangers on it yet, so I'm just kind of propping it up with the jack stand there. I did have to expand the pipe using this the old Harbor Freight pipe expander there. And there was a burr on the inside that I had to use a file on. So one reason I'm doing this video is because there's not a whole lot of information out there on what's quiet, what's not, as well as general specifications for fitment. They give you the overall length, and usually the body length, and then from there you can kind of deduce the tip length either side. They don't tell you how wide this is. So trying to fit this to the bumper might be a little tough. So this one's coming in right at about 8.5 or so. Outside edge to outside edge. So we'll get this set up and do a little sound test on that. so being that this Jones exhaust wasn't really any quieter, or very much quieter than what I had on here, at least at idle, probably not going to go with it. The reason that I picked this one up to begin with is you can see the dimensions are extremely similar, at least lengthwise and widthwise. There's plenty of room up in here widthwise, but if I go any further than this way, I'm going to have to start modifying the pipe. So, we'll see where we go from here, but next up we're going to do straight pipe sound test. Okay, so this is the AP exhaust MSL maximum flow, something like that, muffler. They're pretty cheap on some end. I think they're about 35 bucks. This is the center inlet, 2.5 inch inlet, dual out, 2-inch tips. So outside to outside on this one is only about 7.5. So better than the Jones exhaust. However, it is longer than this. So some pipe modification would be needed to get this to tuck up underneath. Okay guys, that was the MSL Maximum from AP Exhaust that we just had up there. Honestly, it sounds pretty good. I could live with that for sure. But it's a little long, and being that it's a center inlet, it gets awfully close to that control arm. The pipe would have to take a pretty hard bend to get that to work. So kind of foreseeing that when I was getting all these things, I picked up another MSL Maximum with an offset inlet in a single center outlet, just in case nothing would fit the bumper here. So we'll get that up there and give it a run next. Alright, so that was the MSL Maximum AP Exhaust offset inlet single outlet, which actually performed surprisingly a little bit better than the dual outlet. Again, I'm a fan of that. I can live with that for sure. And next up we have the AP Exhaust Silent Tune with an offset inlet and a single outlet. This one is a little bit narrower. These are about 10.5 inches body width, and these are about 9. So if anything, it's just going to fit a little bit better, but we'll see how it does sound-wise. Alright guys, well there you have it. There's the results of the Muffler Shootout, the quiet Muffler Shootout as well. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I'm super happy to have some results. I've got these arranged from loudest to quietest in my opinion. I'm probably going to end up going with this guy right here. They tend to advertise that this is a quiet muffler that doesn't sacrifice flow, whereas this one's more of a quiet at all costs. And this tends to fit the profile pretty well. This would probably be a pretty good replacement. Like if you just wrecked and tore this thing up and you needed to have something on there, it's a 1 notch or half a notch quieter than what that is. This didn't really fit so well. You actually might have some problems with fitting to the bumper with this guy, and then everything else, you can make it work. So this should apply to pretty much anything, especially 4 cylinders. Hopefully in marketing in the future, all those guys will start to put some of these specs along with the mufflers, or at least make a tiered system. Flowmaster actually does that. They make a pretty much a range for their entire product line. Unfortunately, they don't make anything that is sort of what I'm looking for, but I hope that trend catches on.